make sure your name on it. You have to sign it, Rob, just in case someone takes it and tries to claim a spectacular prize. Okay. We're going to call up someone very special right now. As you can see by the decorations of the room, there are 30 years of history. And in that, there are 30 years of historical people that are with us here this evening. So we've got lots of things going on.
So how are you doing?
And they're still laughing at the pictures. They've assembled a great group of pictures. You're going to see things all night long. The screen will always be going. We brought back a historical Rio Petrol lottery machine, and other things are about to happen. But those tickets are important, some spectacular prizes at the end of the evening, and lots of great things. I do keep one dead spot is right there, so don't stand over there. I think we got it. Okay, here it comes. Someone that needs no introduction but will get it all the same. Hosted over 450 Lotto Night in BC game shows for BCLC. He is still the voice of the morning show. You know him, we love him, a great voice and a great talent. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sterling Fox.
Thank you, Peter. Thanks. Good evening, everyone. It's great to see so many of you again. And it's been more than a few weeks since a lot of us shook hands and said hi. Hello. It's been more than a few years in your case. It's great to be here. It's nice to see everyone doing well and looking good and hungry and perhaps even thirsty. We have, as Peter mentioned, found this relic in the catacombs of BCLC's Catholic headquarters. This is an actual made in France Rio Petrol draw machine. We use this for all 9 years of Lotto Night in BC, which began as Wednesday. We first ran the show on Wednesdays. Norm Groman was the original host. And I was the second banana at the time. We moved from Wednesdays to Saturdays just in time for Expo 86. Norm left the show, and then I moved up. Rick Honey moved in behind and fulfilled a few of those duties as well. So that's more than just a few years ago. And it's great to see so many of you from those days here tonight. And these wonderful videos, the memories that are going to be showing throughout the dinner, take a moment when you have, because there is an embarrassing photo of you in this montage. I absolutely guarantee it. I have unfortunately seen myself more than a couple of times. Man, we were young in those days. So, a couple of people are here to help me do one bit of important business. Because, well, we are going to have some draws, as Peter mentioned a few moments ago. We're going to draw for, some wonderful prizes that our sponsors and our friends from over the years have contributed to this wonderful anniversary gathering. But first and foremost, I know the bar is still serving. They've assembled a great group of pictures. You're going to see things all night long. The screen will always be going. We brought back the historical Rio Petrol lottery machine, and other things are about to happen. But those tickets are important, some spectacular prizes at the end of the evening, and lots of great things. I do keep
One dead spot is right there. So don't stand for there. I think we got it. Okay, here he comes. Someone that needs no introduction but will get it all the same. Hosted over 450 Lotto Night in BC game shows for BCLC. He is still the voice of the morning show. You know him, we love him, a great voice and a great talent. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sterling Fox.
Thank you, Peter. Thanks. Good evening, everyone. It's great to see so many of you again. And it's been more than a few weeks since a lot of us shook hands and said hi. Hello. It's been more than a few years in your case. It's great to be here. It's nice to see everyone doing well and looking good and hungry and perhaps even thirsty. We have, as Peter mentioned, found this relic in the catacombs of BCLC's Catholic headquarters. This is an actual made in France Rio Cateau draw machine. We use this for all 9 years of Lotto Night in BC, which began as Wednesday. We first ran the show on Wednesdays. Norm Groman was the original host. And I was the second banana at the time. We moved from Wednesdays to Saturdays just in time for Expo 86. Norm left the show, and then I moved up. Rick Honey moved in behind and fulfilled a few of those duties as well. So that's more than just a few years ago. And it's great to see so many of you from those days here tonight. And these wonderful videos, the memories that are going to be showing throughout the dinner, take a moment when you have, because there is an embarrassing photo of you in this montage. I absolutely guarantee it. I have unfortunately seen myself more than a couple of times. Man, we were young in those days. So, a couple of people are here to help me do one bit of important business. Because, well, we are going to have to draw, as Peter mentioned a few moments ago, we're going to draw for, some wonderful prizes that our sponsors and our friends from over the years have contributed to this wonderful anniversary gathering. But first and foremost, I know the bar is still serving, but perhaps some of you have cocktails or beer and would enjoy a glass of wine with your dinner. So we have we have a bottle of red and a bottle of white. The folks from Pollard Banknote have decided that they were going to get involved. And so Peter and I'm going to need some help. And it's time to put the band back together here, folks. From Lotto Night in BC, for 9 years together on BCTV, the rest of the team. Our captain, our auditor, Clark Dallin, and the lovely Michelle Pancratz. So come on up here, you two. Michelle and Clark, they just get happy. I'm not going to get away with not saying anything here, my friend. So first and foremost, Michelle, when did you leave Vloggers and what are you doing now?
I think it was 1988, but it feels like I was there a lot longer, in a good way. And I am a self-employed and a stay-at-home mom, kind of all mixed into one. So.
Well, it's great to see you. You look fantastic. Peter mentioned that I'm still working, but this guy I checked out a few years ago, the very happily retired Clark Dallin from Ernst & Young, and it was Clarkson Gordon when we first got together.
Yeah, that's right, Sterling. That was a long time ago. I look at your picture there, and you've got just as much hair.
Just a little more snow on the roof these days. And I don't know how you're pulling it off, but I must meet your guy sometime. Now, let's get to work, you guys, because it's time to distribute some wine. What we need are two table numbers. First of all, we're going to give away a bottle of wine from the nice people at Pollard, a bottle of red wine. So if we can all right, Clark's got the button. This activates the trapdoor. A ball will fall out. Oh my God. Michelle didn't wear heels tonight, and she's already really glad. And table number, that is 6. 06. So, we have a bottle of white wine going to table number 6, courtesy of the nice people at Pollard Banknote. And not to be outdone, G-Tech has decided to go for broke, and they're going to pop stop for a bottle of white wine for table number. Oh, here we go. This is going to be exciting. Let me leader. Oh, just two more. Just table. First one came down is table 2. So, table 6 gets the bottle of red, and table 2 gets the bottle of white. And,
So, late breaking news. Jennifer Westbury called her name and wants you to know that color will pay for all of her wine for the entire room.
And even more later breaking news. Surprise, surprise.
It sounds like G-Tech is stepping up and doing the same thing. Yes. And I just want to mention that G-Tech has changed its name to IGT in recent days, and in celebration of that, wine for the rest of the group.
All right, thanks to Color and G-Tech for picking in the wine. Now, I believe here that takes care of the draw business for now. We'll get back to more of that later. Peter's going to do, actually, the group of us will do a whole series of draws with great prizes a little later on in the show. But right now, because we still have to have word welcome, and this is, after all, a lot of Early Words Association event. So it's time to hear from the president. Shirley McAllister from Lotto Early Birds to say a few words of welcome to us all. Come on out, Shirley.
Sorry about that.
Can I grab this too?
Debbie doesn't want you sitting next to her. She's always been like that.
Good evening, my early birds, friends. On behalf of the members of the organization committee of this evening, I welcome you to the celebration of BCLC's 30th anniversary. You just heard the applause for those who were there at the beginning, the pioneers. After 30 years, they still remember the exciting days of working at a job that no one else in this province had. It was such a unique job that none of us would ever meet with acquaintances, friends, or families without being asked about the lottery. It was an intriguing business. Now, 3 decades later, in that spirit, many of us have gathered to remember those days. We met as co-workers and developed into friends. There will be many opportunities this evening to revisit those days and catch up with those colleagues and friends. This celebration just didn't happen. It arose from a 20th anniversary party. From there, we kindled friendship, continued at frequent lunches, both in the lower mainland and campus. And it was at one of these great togethers that the plans developed for this gala. Our group had some initial fears that the price of this admission would be deterrent, but the positive response was immediate. Many of our former colleagues who could not be here are snowbirds, residing in warmer climes, and yet others with standing commitments. However, from the warm regrets received, I am sure we could have filled another hall. In staging this anniversary, we received great backing from BCLC, G-Tech, Pollard, and Great Canadian Casino, as well as many others without whom we could have made this evening as special as it's meant to be. I would now like to welcome our dinner chairman and founding president of the Lottery Corporation, Mr. Guy Simonis.
I had to make some notes. I usually spoke from the heart. My brain is bad. You know, this part while we were celebrating the beginning of BCLC, I keep thinking of the chaos that preceded it. going back 40 years, the Western Canada Lottery had an agreement that the lottery would be in Winnipeg for 10 years. And exactly in 1984, to 10 years, Jim Chabot, the provincial secretary, declared that BC wanted to move the head office from Winnipeg to Vancouver. The other provinces called it an ambush. They refused to relocate. Mr. Chabot pulled the letter out of his pocket and said that if BC was not awarded the head office, the province would separate from UCLF, and he expected an answer by December of 1984. Staff was demoralized, but not me. I panicked. In December, at the 10th anniversary draw held in Vancouver, the ties were cut. Mr. Chabot said that BC would go to the loan starting on April 1st, a mere 15 weeks later. He smiled at me and said he trusted that it will all work out. Oh, yeah, there's another thing. It's not Vancouver, it's Kamloops. Kamloops. We had this, someone would have to look at the map. Wonder where that was. Now, part of it was easy because Michelle Carinci already headed the distribution sales depot in Elbridge, Kelowna, and Victoria with a well-trained sales staff, but we needed offices up to 100 new people and an up-to-date data center that had to be start issuing 649 tickets on April the 1st or else. Remember? The question was, would the Western Canada Lottery pull its 450 terminals out of BC? Would it allow its BC staff to be gone? Would it give us a share of the unclaimed prize fund? Lawyers slavered in anticipation of big fees. There would be trouble. Tempers ran high. I was offered to head the BC section, and Vic Gillespie was appointed to head the Western Canada Lottery. So we negotiated what was going to happen, and we agreed on a very one simple formula. Whatever is in the Western Canada stays in Western Canada, and whatever is in BC stays in BC. The lawyers hated it because the big fees evaporated. But the provinces loved it because there was going to be no controversy and no bad publicity. Then we needed a building in Kamloops. The search was cut short by the news on BCTV announcing that the medical center in Kamloops was going to be the location of the new head office. I was surprised when I watched that sitting in my living room in Winnipeg. But that's how things worked amidst the pandemonium of being ready by April the 1st. It was I who chose the Richmond office for the Lower Mainland, mainly because it was close to my new home in Tawasin, and even closer to Michelle's home in Richmond. At least so Vancouver Sun said. Then Vic, still the head of the WCF, with the Western Canada Lottery, and I met him. I was flattered and thrilled to hear that he wanted to continue working with us as a team. He became the head honcho in Kamloops, and Michelle embraced the role in marketing in Richmond. All the stops were pulled out to get operational. The data center and head office was a yeoman's enterprise by Jerry Bell, G-Tech, and Ed Rager. The building was gutted, nothing was left, a new office arose. The luxurious Richmond office was heaven when compared to Elbridge. All this in weeks in which there was Christmas and Easter. On March 31st at 8:59 p.m., the last 649 ticket was sold, the Western Canada 649 ticket was sold at 8:59 p.m. And on the dawn of April the 1st, this first 649 ticket was issued from Kamloops. It was dramatic for us to say the least, that it actually, why can't I get paper that doesn't stick to this? I used to be more smooth than this. You look at the Canada crisis from the year before as if there never been one single lift. It looked all so smooth from the outside. Meanwhile, our people were working without looking at the clock. We can't.
Thank you very much, John. 30 years ago. Well, here's what's going to happen now. I remember two things. I started in '83 as an ambassador, teaching people how to play 649 on street corners because nobody knew how to play it. And on top of that, they didn't trust anyone. They thought the whole thing was a scam. So we used to stand on those street corners to try to convince them that 649 really was a good thing to do and a good thing to play, and you really would have a chance to win a lot of money. And then in '84, I got my first full-time position with WCLC at that time, and it was for $16,705, and the letter read, "Congratulations, Mr. Peter Dow. We are happy to have you as our assistant stores person in the Richmond office." And I was like 12 years old, so it was very exciting. It was very, very exciting. But talk about exciting. You'll have all kinds of time to catch up on things. Right now, the only possible way to get you into the food line is to do something the official way. If your number comes out, you're going to eat. If it doesn't, well, it sucks to be you. All right. Oh, yes, I'm supposed to. Mark put it on the floor. Okay. The first two tables going up to have a lovely dinner, and we'll rub it in the face of everyone else. It is going to be, where's Michelle? I don't know how to do this. Oh, where is, oh. Table number 12 and table number 11. Well, I don't know what point I see. Coincidentally, on that table number 11. How great is that? Yeah, here's our auditor now. You know, the funniest thing is you can make that stuff up. Guy happens to be at table 12, he comes up first, you can't make that up. I weighed that machine, I balanced it, I tested everything, I don't know what happened. All right, everybody make also memories about the old days. Call more people in a few moments.
Sorry, I'm taking
Is that running? Not now. Sorry.
We'll see what happens. He pushes the button. The crowd goes crazy with excitement and enthusiasm. I lost one of the balls already. But I know one thing for sure. Table 14, you're up. Like I really did lose one of the balls, folks. Don't panic when you see people crawling on the table underneath you. It's okay. Nowhere to look. They still save the day. It is table number 15. That's the same problem I had, Michelle. I have the answer. Yeah. 9 and 6. Or 9. 9 and 6. You're up. 4 and 7, congratulations. Oh, and 7 happens to be Chuck's table. Well, that worked out very nicely.
you in my embrace. Wait till I draw you near. Wait till you see that sunshine blaze. Ain't nothing like it here. The best is yet to come, and won't that be fine? The best is yet to come, come the day that you're mine. 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 Thank you very much. They call you Lady Luck, but there is room for doubt. At times you have a very unladylike way of running out. You're on this date with me. The pickings have been lush, and yet before the evening is over, you might give me the brush. You might forget your manners. You might refuse to stay. And oh, the best that I can do is pray. Come on. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck, have you ever been one to begin with? Hey, luck, be a lady tonight. Luck, let a gentleman see how lucky a dame you can be. I know the way you treated all the guys you've been with. Hey, luck, be a lady with me. A lady never leaves her escort. It isn't fair. It isn't nice. A lady never wanders all over the room and blows on some other guy's dice. Hey, let's keep this party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the fella you came in with. Hey, luck, be a lady tonight. Come on, lady, show me some of that luck you got there. Come on, Peter, show me some luck you got. Yeah, he really was a terrible hockey player. Luck, let a gentleman see how lucky a dame you can be. I know the way you treated all the guys you've been with. Hey, luck, be a lady with me. A lady never leaves her escort. It isn't fair. It isn't nice. A lady never wanders all over the room and blows on some let's keep this party polite. Never, never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the fella you came in with. Hey, luck, be a lady. Luck, be a lady. Luck, be a lady tonight. Thank you very much. I love that song. I got to sing that in Vegas in Old Fremont Street in the tribute artist and impersonator convention a few years ago. It was a lot of fun. All right, here's one for all you dancing girls. Hey, Edgar. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. In a city that doesn't sleep, and find a king of the hill, top of the heap. These little down blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it. Anywhere is up to you. New York, New York. You got it, Dave. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm a #1, top of the list, king of the hill, a #1. These little town blues, I'm melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York, New York. Thank you.
Let's go.
halfway through. I'll give you a quick little story about Ted McClatchy for those of you that remember Ted in the old sales days. We used to go to those neuter ball games at Nat Daily every now and again. We were all sales reps at the time, TMs and all that kind of stuff. We were supposed to be working on Fridays and Wednesdays, but we ended up at We ended up at the ball game quite often at noon on a weekday, and the news media was there. And Ted McClatchy is up behind third baseline with a cigar in his mouth and two beer in his hand, and it made the front page of the newspaper. So the sales guys weren't allowed to go to the ball. I don't know what happened about these players who could not go to baseball games in the middle of the day anymore. Draw prize number 1. Get your lottery tickets out. It's Lotto Night in BC. A very special presentation. This is the President's Special. 10 prizes. I think there are going to be a whole whack of winners here. So remember, 2 numbers will come out of the machine. It's the last 2 numbers on your ticket. So any one of your ticket numbers, the last 2. You will stand up, the crowd will go crazy with excitement, and runners will bring you prizes, and you will be very happy. All right, here they come. Chuck is our official writer down auditor guy. Number 4. And number 5. So if you have a 4-5, so blank 4-5, stand up, you have a winning ticket. Blank 4-5. The machines are blank 4-5. Blank 4-5, stand up. Sterling's a winner. Rob's a winner. JP's a winner. Philip is a winner. Okay. Any 4-5 at the end of your ticket. Any 4-5 at the end of your ticket. Chuck has it written down. So keep finding that spot. The official board is there. All right, we're going in. All the balls go back into the machine. They were there. The runners gave prizes away. There could still be some that didn't collect. You'll have a chance to look on the board afterwards. Here we go. The last two digits once again. 10 very special golf shirts provided by Spilo and G-Tech. Number 2, and this hits the line. By the way, you can trust this procedure. 2 and 3. A 2-3. 2-3 is the last two numbers. The last two digits. Well, digits, so there's a winner right there. The last two digits, 2 and 3. Rob Egan, they are standing. Rob Egan is a two-time winner. One more win and he will be asked to leave the building. Chuck is also a winner up front. If you have the last two digits, 2 and 3, stand up, collect your prize. The runners are coming your way. Good grief. Okay. It's 10 packs of scratch tickets. It's the Early Bird Association. Runners ready. You will be scratching for big prizes. The last two digits, remember to stand up. He's getting ready to catch something. Catch ball. Oh, look at Francis. Gary, where's Gary's hair now? What's that? It's the 10 pack of scratch tickets. And something real special about the scratch tickets. Larry and Margaret Ann Rita, they've also donated something special mixed in amongst the prizes this evening. There we go. Our very special 30th anniversary lottery tickets. The 30th anniversary lottery tickets, they're live, they're not fake tickets, they're the real thing. So thanks so much, Margaret Ann and Larry, for being with us from the very, very beginning and still providing wonderful lottery sales in British Columbia. So those tickets are mixed in amongst that. It's just a surprise bonus. And right now, on this one, it is 2-0. The last two digits, 2-0. Stand up. Kim's up there. Peter's up there. Donna's in there. Francis has a win. And by the way, these balls are just coming off the floor. I don't know if this is a legitimate game anymore or not. 2-0. The runners are on their way. Is it special? Is it something you drink in a tumbler there? If anybody is still hungry, they're going to take the buffet down in a few minutes, so it's still up there right now. If you want to go back for some more food, please help yourself. There's plenty of food out there, so have a little snack. The dessert table, I think, is already... On the far side, and the coffee is in the back of the room underneath one of the speakers. So coffee is out there, help yourself. Who's got up? Here's got a You don't think you're supposed to count the balls as they go into the machine? I really don't know how many balls are in there. So I don't know. They could be legit. I don't know. 10 promotional watches, compliments of friends at Pollard. 10 promotional watches coming up to these two numbers. Oh, you're gonna love this. The last two digits. Oh crap. I have to go and see Michelle. Okay, so they came out in that order. What is that? And so that would be the other one. That would be, okay, thank you so much. They were all mixed up. It's a 6 and a 9. The last two digits. 6, 9. They all look the same to me, so thanks, Michelle. And stand up for your prize. 10 promotional watches from our great friends at Pollard. We do not guarantee that the watches will work, but we do guarantee that they will have the correct time twice a day. Cheryl. Randy. There is a young Chris Valiant. That was a great times in camp for the Canada Summer Games, 1993, I think. Was it 93 then? I remember watching the balls fly through the stadium. And the Indians and the horses at the top of the mountain looking at us all like we were crazy. What were we doing? Once again, the last two digits. You will either get a very special, limited edition, waterproof umbrella, or a USB pen. It's one of those, you got it? And here comes the other one. Okay, so, any idea these came up first? Okay, then the number, the digits are 7, 4. 7, 4, stand up. Yes, where's in the back? Clark has a prize. 7, 4. Iron's got one. Edmund's got one. I'm not sure. Stretch your legs, make some friends, get up from your table. We're going to do more prizes in a little while from now. Not too long, but it's... If you wander over behind the bar, there are some photo albums out there as well. If you haven't had a chance to look at those yet, some of them are also moving around at different table centerpieces.
Botox and nose drops and needles for knitting, walkers and handrails and false dental fitting, bundles of magazines tied up in strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Oh, I gotta live with it. Cadillacs and cataracts, false teeth and glasses, trolley dent and fix-a-dent and false teeth and glasses, casemakers, golf carts and porches with swings. These are a few of our favorite things. Anybody relate to that? Hey, sing along if you know the words. When the bones creak, when the knees go bad, I simply remember the great life I had, and then I don't feel so bad. Hot tea and crumpets and pork-pepper bunions, no spicy food or food cooked with onions, bathrobes and heat pads and hot meals it brings. These are a few of our favorite things. You've had these, Peter. Back pain, confused brains and no need for sitting, thin bones and fractures and hair that is thinning. And we won't mention our short, shrunken frames when we remember our favorite thing. I know. We're coming to the end here. It's a real part of it. When the joints ache, when the hips break, when the eyes go dim, I simply remember the great life I had, and then I don't feel so bad. When the hips break, when the eyes grow dim, I simply remember the great life I had, and then I don't feel so Thank you very much. Now to the person
to an official lottery scramble. If you've never done a scramble before, I guarantee it is very easy. Yeah, we're not going to use the drum machine. We're going to use a computer-generated number system, guaranteed not to drop balls on the floor. The way this works is simple. We will draw 3 numbers, it'll come up on screen. The 3 numbers, the 3 digits rather, the 3 digits can be in any order of your ticket. So let's say, for example, it's 1, 2, 3. It can also be 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3. You understand? That was pretty good, eh? Now, Guy has coached me for 6 months on this, so I'm sure that I finally got it right. It's the first time I ever got it right. So it's a 3-number scramble, any order, any which way, with 3 digits. And it now goes, Brian here is in charge of our random system. Brian Scott Beer. These are 6 $50 gift certificates from a great friend of ours, an 8-year employee at BCLC, Peggy Howard. You remember her as Peggy White. She's now the general manager of Guildford Town Center in both downtown Zurich. Thank you so much. $50 certificates, runners ready. Here we go. Oh, we've already done it. Okay, pretend you never saw that. 5, 4, 8. Or it in fact could be 8, 4, 5. 4, 5, 8. Or 5, 8, 4. Stand up. Ellen's got a winner. Gary's got a winner. We've got winners everywhere. Oh, this worked extremely well, and nobody had to change.
Charles, you didn't have to do that.
Why did you?
Big loss at 9 holes, and that was it.
I've been asked just to say a few very special thank yous. And thank you to the organizers of this event. It would have been very easy just to be able to send an email around and say, hey guys, remember how things were 30 years ago? Wasn't that a great time? But there was a lot of hard work, a lot of energy, a lot of microphones and
Shout.
And events like this would not take place if it wasn't for people stepping forward and saying we're going to make it happen. So a big, big thank you to all of those who played a role through either Lotto Early Birds, through the Simonis clan, through whoever else was involved. On behalf of everybody here, very special thank you for making this event happen.